You might think waking up at 3 a.m. is just a normal part of getting older. But what if I told you the real reason has nothing to do with your age, and everything to do with a hidden hunger for crucial nutrients like omega-3s and selenium? Most common sleep advice and even sleep aids completely miss this root cause. In this video, I will reveal the 5 most overlooked nutrient deficiencies that are secretly sabotaging your sleep. And number 1 doesn't just help you sleep through the night. Emerging research shows it also helps ease painful joint inflammation and sharpen your memory. So stay with me, because the solution might be in your very next meal. And before we dive in, if you're ready to finally understand the root cause of your sleep issues, please take a moment to hit that like button right now. It's a small click for you, but it makes a huge difference in helping our message reach more wonderful people just like you. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on our vital health tips, and drop a comment below telling us where you're watching from. I absolutely love connecting with our global health family. So the problem isn't just about feeling tired, it's about a deep, cellular level malnutrition that is blocking your path to rest. It's time to fix that. Let's break down the 5 most critical nutrients you might be missing. We'll start with a very common one that people rarely connect to sleep and work our way up to the most powerful and surprising one at the end. Nutrient number 5, vitamin B6, your brain's nightly calming agent. We're starting here because while many have heard of B vitamins for energy, very few understand the crucial role B6 plays in calming your mind down for sleep. If you're the type of person who wakes up in the middle of the night with a busy, anxious, or racing mind, a lack of vitamin B6 could be a major culprit. It's the essential ingredient your brain needs to manufacture tranquility. The secret lies in its role as a cofactor in some of the most important chemical reactions in your body. Think of vitamin B6 as the spark plug for your brain's sleep engine. Your body takes an amino acid called tryptophan, which you get from food like turkey or chicken, and wants to turn it into serotonin. Serotonin is often called the feel-good neurotransmitter, and it's essential for a stable, calm mood throughout the day. But that conversion from tryptophan to serotonin cannot happen efficiently without enough vitamin B6. It's like having all the parts for a car, but no mechanic to assemble them. Now here's the magic step for sleep. Your brain then takes that serotonin and, as darkness falls, converts it into melatonin, the primary hormone that governs your sleep-wake cycle. So let's trace it back. No B6 means poor serotonin production. Poor serotonin production means your body can't create enough melatonin, and no melatonin means you're left tossing and turning. Simply put, no vitamin B6 means your brain can't make its own natural sleeping pill melatonin. It's that direct. And this is backed by solid research. A compelling study published in the Journal of Sleep Research looked at a large group of older adults and found a direct correlation. Those with higher blood levels of vitamin B6 reported significantly better sleep quality and were far less likely to wake up during the night. The researchers concluded that B6 is fundamental for the central nervous system processes that promote sustained, restful sleep. So, how do you ensure you're getting enough? For adults over 50, the recommended daily amount is around 1.7 milligrams for men and 1.5 for women. Thankfully, it's found in many common foods. A single cup of chickpeas, for instance, provides over 1 milligram, which is a huge portion of your daily need. A 3-ounce fillet of salmon also contains a significant amount. Other fantastic sources include chicken breast, potatoes, and one of the easiest options, a banana, which contains about 20% of your daily value. A simple and delicious way to boost your intake is having a small plate of roasted chicken with a baked sweet potato for dinner. It's a perfect combination to prime your brain for sleep later in the evening. So, here's a question for you. Are you a fan of chickpeas or bananas? I'd love to hear your favorite way to include them in your diet. Share your ideas in the comments below. We've just calmed the mind with B6, but what if the problem isn't in your head, but in your legs? Our next nutrient is the key to stopping that maddening, restless feeling that can ruin a perfect night. Nutrient number 4, iron, your leg's best friend for a quiet night. This next one is for anyone who has ever experienced that maddening, creepy, crawly sensation in their legs at night. That uncontrollable urge to move them just to get a moment of relief. This condition, known as restless leg syndrome or RLS, is a notorious sleep thief, and one of its most common, yet overlooked causes is a deficiency in iron. While the previous nutrient, B6, was all about calming the mind, iron is about calming the body, specifically the neuromuscular system. But how can one mineral have such an impact? The connection lies deep within your brain's dopamine pathways. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that helps control smooth, coordinated muscle movement. To produce dopamine, your brain relies on an enzyme that is completely dependent on iron. When your iron levels are low, dopamine production falters. This disruption in dopamine signaling, particularly in a part of the brain called the basal ganglia, is believed to trigger the uncomfortable sensations and involuntary movements of RLS, which almost always flare up at night when you're trying to rest. Your legs essentially start misfiring because the brain chemistry that controls them is out of balance. Simply put, low iron starves the part of your brain responsible for keeping your legs still and quiet at night. The link between iron and RLS is not just a theory, it's one of the most well-established connections in sleep medicine. A landmark review in the journal Sleep Medicine Reviews analyzed dozens of studies and confirmed that iron supplementation is one of the most effective first-line treatments for people with RLS who have low iron stores. In many cases, simply restoring iron levels to a healthy range can dramatically reduce or even completely eliminate RLS symptoms, leading to a profound improvement in sleep. Getting enough iron from your diet is key, but it's important to understand there are two types. Heme iron, found in animal products, is more easily absorbed by the body. Excellent sources include lean red meat, poultry, and fish like sardines. Then there's non-heme iron, found in plant-based foods. Fantastic sources include lentils, spinach, beans, and tofu. A crucial tip for a plant-based diet is to always pair your iron-rich foods with a source of vitamin C, like bell peppers, broccoli, or a squeeze of lemon juice. Vitamin C can increase the absorption of non-heme iron by up to 6 times. For example, a delicious lentil soup with diced red peppers and a squeeze of lemon is an iron-boosting powerhouse. For adults over 50, the daily recommendation is 8 milligrams. Have you ever struggled with that restless feeling in your legs at night? It's more common than people think. Share your experience in the comments. Your story might help someone else feel less alone. Getting your legs to calm down is a huge step. But what if your entire body clock is out of sync? Our next nutrient acts like the master switch for your internal rhythm, a switch you might not even know is turned off. Nutrient number 3, vitamin D. The sunshine switch for your internal clock. Many of us know vitamin D is important for bone health, but its role as a master regulator of your sleep is a groundbreaking area of research that everyone over 60 needs to know about. If you feel like your internal clock is completely out of sync, you have trouble falling asleep, or you wake up feeling groggy no matter how long you were in bed, you may be looking at a vitamin D deficiency. The science behind this is fascinating. Researchers have discovered that there are vitamin D receptors in nearly every cell in our bodies, including in the areas of the brain that control sleep. Receptors in your brain for a bone vitamin? It sounds strange, doesn't it? But it's absolutely true. There are high concentrations of these receptors in the suprachiasmatic nucleus, which acts as your body's master clock, and in other areas that regulate the deepest, most restorative stages of sleep, known as slow-wave sleep. Vitamin D interacts with the genes that control your circadian rhythm. When your levels are optimal, it helps to synchronize this internal clock with the daily cycle of light and dark, signaling to your body precisely when it's time to be awake and when it's time to sleep. When you're deficient, that signal gets weak and fuzzy. Your body loses its clear rhythm, leading to fragmented sleep and that jet-lagged feeling, even when you haven't traveled anywhere. In short, vitamin D tells your body when it's day and when it's night. Without it, your body is flying blind. The evidence is incredibly strong. A 2018 meta-analysis published in the journal Nutrients reviewed multiple studies and found a significant link between low vitamin D levels and poor sleep quality, shorter sleep duration, and increased sleepiness during the day. Participants in these studies who corrected their deficiency through supplementation often reported dramatic improvements in their ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. It's as if they finally turned the master switch for their sleep cycle back on. So how do we get enough? The number one source is, of course, sunlight. Sensible sun exposure, about 15 to 20 minutes on your arms and legs a few times a week without sunscreen, can help your body produce what it needs. However, as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at making vitamin D, and many people live in climates with limited sun, making dietary sources and supplementation crucial. Food sources include fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, egg yolks, and fortified foods like milk, orange juice, and cereals. For many older adults, a supplement is often the most reliable way to maintain adequate levels. But it's vital to get your levels tested by a doctor first to determine the right dosage for you. Over-supplementing can be harmful. I'm curious to know, do you make a conscious effort to get some sun each day? Let me know what your favorite outdoor activity is in the comments below. Now that we've reset the clock, we need to protect the system. The next mineral we'll discuss is your brain's personal bodyguard, fighting off the internal damage that can lead to light, fragmented sleep. Nutrient number 2, selenium, the antioxidant guardian of your sleep. This is a mineral that almost no one talks about in relation to sleep, which is why it's such a critical hidden deficiency. If you find that your sleep is very light and easily disturbed, and you wake up feeling unrested and almost inflamed, you might be lacking the powerful protective benefits of selenium. Here's how it works. Our bodies are constantly producing metabolic byproducts, often called free radicals. This process, known as oxidative stress, is like a slow internal rusting. So what exactly is this internal rust? Think of it as the invisible exhaust fumes from your cell's daily work. Over time, this cellular rust can damage cells throughout the body, including in the brain. Your brain is incredibly active even during sleep, and it produces a lot of this oxidative stress. This rusting process can interfere with the delicate neurochemical ballet required for deep, restorative sleep. This is where selenium comes in. Selenium is a key component of one of the body's most powerful antioxidant enzymes, glutathione peroxidase. Think of this enzyme as your body's master rust-proofer. It neutralizes those damaging free radicals, protecting your brain cells from damage and inflammation, and creating a cleaner, calmer internal environment that is much more conducive to deep, uninterrupted sleep. To put it simply, selenium is the cleanup crew for your brain. Without it, the junk builds up and disrupts your sleep. The scientific link is becoming clearer. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition explored the relationship between dietary patterns and sleep. It found that diets low in selenium were strongly associated with difficulty falling and staying asleep. The researchers suggested that the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties of selenium play a direct role in regulating the processes that lead to restorative sleep. By reducing the noise of oxidative stress in the brain, selenium helps ensure your sleep cycles can proceed smoothly and without interruption. The best part is that getting your daily selenium is incredibly easy, but it requires precision. The absolute best source is the Brazil nut. In fact, just one single Brazil nut can contain close to 100% of your recommended daily intake, which is 55 micrograms. It's important not to overdo it, as very high levels of selenium can be toxic. A safe and effective strategy is to eat just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day. That's it. Other excellent sources include tuna, sardines, halibut, and shrimp. A simple can of light tuna can provide your full day's supply. So a small handful of Brazil nuts as a snack or a tuna salad for lunch are simple, powerful ways to protect your brain and your sleep. Had you ever heard of the connection between selenium and sleep before this video? I'm fascinated to know if this is new information for you. Tell me in the comments. Protecting the brain is vital, but our number one nutrient does even more. It not only protects your brain but actively rebuilds it, while also fighting inflammation throughout your entire body. This is the master key we've been looking for, and it's coming up right now. Nutrient number 1. Omega-3 fatty acids, the ultimate brain and body rejuvenator. We've arrived at the top of our list, and for good reason. If there is one nutritional deficiency that acts as a master key, unlocking problems with sleep, joint pain, and brain fog all at once, it is a lack of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically the types known as EPA and DHA. The power of omega-3s is twofold. First, They are the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories you can consume. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is a silent enemy of good health and a major disruptor of sleep. This inflammation sends constant stress signals throughout your body and brain, preventing you from sinking into the deep, restorative stages of sleep. EPA and DHA work at a cellular level to resolve this inflammation, calming the entire system down. This not only eases the aches and pains in your joints that might wake you up, but it also creates a state of physiological peace that is essential for sleep. Second, and just as important, is the direct role DHA plays in sleep regulation. DHA is a major structural component of your brain and is directly involved with melatonin. It helps improve the function of the pineal gland, where melatonin is produced, and makes your brain's receptors more sensitive to melatonin's effects. In other words, omega-3s help your body both produce more of the sleep hormone and use it more effectively. This combination of reducing inflammatory noise while amplifying the primary sleep signal is what makes omega-3s so uniquely powerful. The evidence is overwhelming. A significant study from the University of Oxford found that participants who supplemented with omega-3s slept nearly a full hour longer per night and had 7 fewer awakenings compared to the placebo group. The researchers highlighted the dual action mechanism, its anti-inflammatory effects, and its direct support of the melatonin pathway as the reason for such dramatic results. It doesn't just help you fall asleep. It helps you achieve the deep, consolidated sleep that is vital for physical repair and mental clarity. To get these benefits, you need to focus on the right sources. The most potent sources of EPA and DHA are found in cold water fatty fish. A great acronym to remember is SMASH: sardines, mackerel, anchovies, salmon, and herring. Aim for at least 2 4-ounce servings of these types of fish per week. Baking or broiling is the best way to prepare them to preserve their delicate oils. For those who don't eat fish, a high-quality algae-based DHA and EPA supplement is an excellent alternative. While plant sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts are healthy, they contain a different type of omega-3 called ALA, which the body must convert to EPA and DHA, and this conversion process is often very inefficient, especially as we age. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but won't focusing on all these new foods just cause me to wake up for other reasons, like needing to use the bathroom? That's a completely fair and important question. Getting the nutrition is only half the battle. Doing it wisely is the other half. To make sure you get all the benefits without any of the downsides, here are 5 simple but non-negotiable rules to follow. Rule number 1, test, don't guess. This is the most important rule of all. Taking supplements you don't need can be ineffective at best and harmful at worst. Self-diagnosing a deficiency can be dangerous, especially with nutrients like iron, selenium, and vitamin D, which can build up to toxic levels in the body. Before you buy a single bottle, schedule a visit with your doctor. Ask for a blood panel that specifically checks your levels for vitamin D, a full iron panel including ferritin and key B vitamins. This gives you a personalized health blueprint, showing you exactly where you stand and what you need, taking all the guesswork out of the equation. Rule number 2. Food first, always. Before reaching for a pill, always look to your plate. Whole foods provide nutrients in a complex, synergistic package that a supplement can never replicate. Think of it like an orchestra. A supplement is like a solo violin. It's beautiful, but a whole food, like a plate of salmon with spinach, is the entire orchestra playing in harmony. You get the omega-3s, the iron, the B vitamins, and hundreds of other beneficial compounds working together. Make it a goal to eat a rainbow of colors every day. The more natural colors on your plate, the wider the array of nutrients you are giving your body. Rule number 3. Quality is king for supplements. If you and your doctor determine that a supplement is necessary, please do not just grab the cheapest bottle off the shelf. The supplement industry is not as strictly regulated as you might think. Look for bottles that have a third-party certification seal on them. Look for names like USP, NSF, or Consumer Lab. These are independent organizations that have tested the product to verify its purity and potency, ensuring that what's on the label is actually inside the bottle. This step is your quality control, protecting you from ineffective products or worse, those containing contaminants. Rule number 4. Absorption is everything. It's not just about what you eat, it's about what your body can absorb and use. As we age, our digestive systems can become less efficient. You can improve nutrient absorption in several ways. Chewing your food thoroughly is the first step in digestion. Eating probiotic-rich foods like plain yogurt or kefir can support a healthy gut microbiome, which is essential for breaking down food and absorbing nutrients. And remember the tip about pairing non-heme iron from plants with vitamin C? That's a perfect example of using food synergy to maximize absorption. Rule number 5, be patient and consistent. You did not develop a nutrient deficiency overnight, and you won't fix it overnight either. It's like watering a very dry houseplant. One good soak won't bring it back to life. It needs consistent care over time. It can take anywhere from several weeks to 3 months of consistent dietary changes and proper supplementation to replenish your body's stores, and for you to truly feel a significant difference in your sleep, energy, and overall well-being. Make it an easy part of your daily routine. Set an alarm, pair it with a meal, whatever it takes. Consistency is the magic ingredient that turns this knowledge into a life-changing result. So, my friends, today we talked about much more than just vitamins and minerals. We talked about uncovering the hidden language of your body, a language that, when understood, can guide you back to the deep, restorative sleep that you truly deserve. It's not about a magic pill. It's about giving your body the fundamental building blocks it has been missing. I'm not asking you to change your entire life overnight. That's overwhelming. Just pick one thing that resonated with you the most from this video. Maybe it's the idea of having just 2 Brazil nuts a day, or trying a delicious salmon dinner this week. Choose that one small, manageable step and try it for the next few days. Observe how you feel. Which nutrient or food we discussed today surprised you the most? Let me know your choice in the comments below. And if this video gave you a new piece of the puzzle for your health journey, just type the word discovery in the comments. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications so we can continue this health journey together. Take care, may your body be nourished and your sleep be profound. I'll see you in the next video. Many seniors have been already benefited from this video. Click to see what you've been missing.